Go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top of this one. So it's with this understanding that you now can begin to create your irresistible offer. So the key success factors for this offer are the 6 main steps, includes help from you, add your bonuses, offer fits on one sheet, and then I'm going to reveal the hidden barrier to success. All right. So this is what we're going to step through today. Alrighty, so the irresistible offer. This is the linchpin to successfully creating a program that people want. The first step is to come up with the 6 main steps or core modules. This helps to make your online course, which is going to be 12 weeks. This is a duration that actually gives you enough time to build the know, like, and trust factor you will want, so they will want to continue to work with you. All right, so for example, my program has 6 main core modules or steps, and I'll show you what they are. The first is to identify your target market. The second is to go through the irresistible offer. You can see this is what we're doing through the challenge. The third is how do you market your course? The third is how do you deliver your course? The next is the focus formula. This is the $100,000 6-figure formula. And last but not least is streamlining sales. Now you'll notice in this challenge, I'm only doing 5, okay? Because to handle streamlined sales, that's a 5-day course in itself, which I will probably end up doing because it involves landing page and list building, which is of course a key element. Okay, then I will make sure to include the help from you. Okay, this is obviously a very key element. Now, for an online course, how that 12 weeks unfolds is you will be doing a module one training, and then you will do a Q&A call. The great part about this format is it allows you to have kind of a 2-week gap so that you can create the content for the next module, all right? So this isn't meant to overwhelm you, it's just meant to allow you to distribute a program that you haven't built yet, and we're gonna go through that concept as well. Then you'll train on the next module and you'll do a Q&A call, and train on the next module and do a Q&A call, all right? And this will actually continue and alternate for the duration of the 12 weeks. And the key to this is the weeks that they get you on the Q&A time is going to be their opportunity to ask you any questions, for you to answer them, to get reviews, etc., to really get the help that you need. Alrighty. Okie doke. So put in the chat now, this is making sense. Let me know if you have any questions to this point. So we've got our offer, and what we're going to be doing is 12 weeks. You're going to create one of those core modules. Then the next week, you're going to answer questions that they have come across with that. Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Good. All right, here we go. Because at this point, if you have done it correctly, you will have achieved the first step of a sale, and that is the desire. They now really want it, but we aren't there yet because it takes a lot to get someone to pull their wallet out of the pocket and take action. So your job isn't done yet. And so the question, well, I got a question here. So everyone starts the program at the same time. Yes, you will be doing your first group program, so your first distribution of the content, and for your, what I'm going to be calling, what I call the pilot launch, okay? So you will be doing that with 10 people through at the same time. So let's say 10 a.m. every single week, you're going to meet on a Tuesday, and every week you're going to go through the program with those 10 core people. And are you saying they do not pay for this 12 weeks. They're definitely going to be paying for the 12 weeks. I'm going to take you and unfold exactly what that looks like at the end, okay, and why it's important to do this. I'm doing multi-level marketing that targets health. So does this apply? It can definitely apply. I've had multi-level marketers go through the program. And so it applies in one of two ways. The first way is, let's say you are dealing with health. So you're going to want to do a program perhaps that educates on the importance of health, okay? And so, you know, the areas, let's say you're dealing with supplements or something like that, all right? So you're going to be talking about, you can take them through a program about the supplements. In your case, you can actually be teaching them something and then say, look, the great supplement for helping you with diabetes or this, that, and the other thing is actually called coracetamol, whatever, right? And if you're interested in either purchasing that or, so there's definitely a way to make this work with MLM. The second way is you make it a free course. You build the desire and the interest that I'm about to show you so that they are truly interested in joining you on your, as part of your team on your MLM, all right? So there's two ways to do that. All right, so again, now we've built the desire, which is really key, all right? So here we are at the piece that most people skip, thinking you have given enough value. But in this very crowded market, at a time when we have Amazon overnight delivery, we have groceries and food, Uber and Lyft, we expect more. And this was actually embedded into us from a very early stage when the infomercial was released, okay? So I am a great studier of the infomercial. I've watched most of them, I've dissected them, and I've actually learned what I do from the inventor of the infomercial himself, Kevin Harrington, as I've spoken on the same stages as him. And so this is a key piece that we're going to be really referencing. All right, so how do you select a bonus item to include as part of your course or program? The answer is these three factors. The first is relevance. It pertains to what they need to accomplish that will help them get that transformation. The second is utility. It's useful and helps advance the master offer. And third is it has an added or high perceived value, okay? So again, because we live in a society that always wants more, if you add these and keep giving it to them, at some point they will reach that point where they ask the key question, all right? Which we will get to in a minute, because first I'm going to show you live examples of bonus items from my online course, Your $1 Million Design. And then I'm going to break it down why that item is there so you can start thinking with this for your own item, for your own course, okay? So the first bonus is bringing you into a private community for purchasers of the program so that together we can support each other in between times. We can hold each other accountable, and this is the first place I go at the beginning of my day. So you can get the support and care you need. So this is also an example of something that you can give in your program too. All right. Now, from a bonus perspective, this is an example of relevance. Okay. It is needed to help accomplish the transformation of the master offer. And it is an example of utility. Okay. So it really helps to, again, move them through the decision-making process, because what starts to happen in the mind of a possible purchaser is they're asking themselves at this point, what do I do in between classes? And this helps to answer an objection they have, which of course helps to advance the process in the sale. Okie doke. So the next element is going to take a look at the added value. Okay. Next, another bonus that I add to the program is called Success Rituals. Now, this is the program where the most successful people on the planet were studied, and it was taking a look at what they did in the morning, lunch, dinner, and night. And it was recorded in such a way as to help you get success strategies into your daily routine. So you will remember part of, why include a bonus was relevance. So this pertains to what they need to accomplish the transformation. So in this case, having good daily habits helps to make you successful when creating new programs and getting the coaching that I would be giving you and having you show up for trainings and getting your homework done. I need you to take accountability for your own actions, and this helps you put in successful habits. So that's why I included it, okay? The next bonus is the webinar cash creation system, all right? So this deals with utility. Now, it's useful and it helps advance the master offer. So you will see when I teach the whole system, the eventual goal is to have you be able to sell on a webinar, and this will allow you to do bulk selling at a time, which is part of the streamline step. Now, in the beginning, you're only going to sell 10 people for the pilot test of your program. But later, you're going to want to be able to sell in bulk. And so either from a webinar or from the stage as a speaker. So ultimately, you're going to want a situation where you have a webinar pre-recorded and on autopilot. So you don't even have to be there. And this is called Evergreen Income, which again is an advanced module of this system and the bigger goal. So because I don't have the time to teach you all of this technology, in fact, I've spent over a year learning how to do effective webinars, that I included it as a bonus. Now, this adds to the success of the master offer. Alrighty. The next bonus is called Pushbutton podcasting. This addresses value. So it has an added or high perceived value. You see, it's really popular right now to get your message out there, and people are using podcasting to do that. And people can pay a fortune for podcast training. So I'm giving it to you as part of this, so that if podcasting is something that you want to do to promote your course, you will have the ability to do that without spending more money. So again, I'm adding pieces to the offer so that you have everything that you're going to need to accomplish it, okay? The next bonus is a system called High Ticket Authority. This provides relevance and utility. So you see, if you want to add one-on-one coaching to your service offerings, or if you already have it, your course actually becomes part of a funnel. That means it leads to the next purchase, which is usually like a mastermind, and that leads to perhaps a one-on-one coaching program. This teaches you how to sell high-level programs so you can ask anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 and beyond for your time. This helps you to craft those higher level offers. Well, we're dealing actually right now with the bulk offer to get a lot of people into what's called your marketing funnel. Next is $1 Million Copywriting. So this bonus satisfies all three reasons to include it. The first is relevance, which pertains to what they need to accomplish the transformation. You need to be a good copywriter to promote and sell anything you do and to get people to buy from you. It satisfies utility, and it's useful and helps advance the master offer. See, you need to be able to write good emails, create a good and powerful webinar, promote and sell, which is why you need good copywriting skills so that you can streamline and evergreen your course. And it has a high perceived value, all right? So I've paid $25,000 for sales page copywriting training. I've paid $5,000 for landing page copywriting training. I've paid $3,500 just for subject and headline training. And I've paid $10,000 and more for how do you create a presentation. So all of this is a skill that is crucial to the success of being online. So I've included it as a bonus. I've paid more for just this data than the cost of my entire program. So who's starting to see how bonuses help to make the program feel complete? Put a yes in the comment if you're starting to say, oh, great, I got my 6 core modules, but now I got this, and I got this, and I got this, and I got this. Now you're starting to fill up, right? And that's what we want to do. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that. I got a whole pile of yeses going on here. Great. Okay, good. Thanks, Noelle and Marcy. Great. Okay, good. Next bonus is membership sites. And this satisfies relevance and utility. Yeah, you're right. In the beginning, so one of the questions was, who has all that to offer? You won't. You're right. You're looking at somebody here who has been in business for 35 years and has been online since 1992. I have tons. I have more content than a university, but that's okay. I show you how you can add value through stuff you probably already have or from stuff you can easily procure. So, remember, your price in the beginning is going to be $297, right? I'm obviously kind of in a different arena now based on a couple of factors. But when you're thinking in terms of $297, your bonuses are going to be great, but they don't have to be as beefy as this. You're right. These are full systems, quite frankly. I could sell this for $500, how to do your own membership site. In fact, I used to have programs just for this, okay? So once you've done the initial program course, so why did I add membership sites? You've done this with your founding members. Your first time doing this and presenting and building your course is extremely simple. You're not going to have a fancy membership site. We're not spending any additional money on this, okay? Your next step, though, once you've built that 12-week course and you have all that recorded content, this means 2 things. You want your current members to be able to access that easily, but 2, you want to have new people coming in to be able to purchase what's called a do-it-yourself version, right? Where they just go in now and consume the content that you have already created, all right? So in order to present that to somebody at this point, it's best to put it into a protected membership area where they can now purchase and access all the content immediately. This actually will show you how to do it. So you'll notice in the bonuses, I'm making it so you don't need to spend more money to get the key pieces you need to complete the whole solution. And that's, again, back to relevance. All right. Next is, I include as a bonus the 7-figure big business blueprint, all right? This course is actually a smaller piece of how I run and build my business using the Your $1 Million Design formula. This is a relatively easy formula where I will take your course, skill set, and data and distribute it across different platforms: books, events, webinars, online courses, one-on-one trainings, masterminds, etc. You can create just from that a 7-figure business from a very small amount of data. This program here, or this bonus here, helps to add even more foundation to how you run and support a 7-figure business, okay? Because you just don't do your course once, right? You keep repeating it until you are rolling in dough and ready to take it down another distribution method, such as a live event or coaching. And again, this speaks to relevance because the program is actually called Your $1 Million Design, because this online course is actually the foundation to build you towards that. All righty, now I had to add additional courses, okay? And this goes to relevance and utility. So these support the main steps with data that is needed for the success of the steps along the way, just like kind of the bonuses are, but these aren't as critical as the main 6 steps. So for example, I add topic focus, and that's, how do you pick your topic and your target audience? bonus creation, I needed this to show you what I'm showing you right now. How do you go and find those bonuses? How do you create those bonuses? That's all in that module. Create a free giveaway. So when you are at the step of streamlining sales, you need to give a free gift, and this is called a lead magnet. So that's when people will give you their name and their email in exchange for something. That is the formula there for how do you create that gift giveaway. Powerful presentations. I have a $5,000 speaker training program, and this is from that. You need to know how to put together a presentation to create a webinar or present from the stage. This tells you how to build that. Income overdrive is the Your $1 Million design formula for taking your core offer into different distribution methods. You'll kind of see this little circle right here. This is what I train on in that, and I tell you exactly what I did. And Udemy instructor. So Udemy is one of the largest course platforms on the internet. So here I will show you how you can be one of their instructors and get your courses on that platform, exposing you to an audience you would otherwise be unable to reach. Now, this is like being able to sell your stuff on Amazon. Millions of eyeballs looking for what you have. You can't just start there though, which is why it's positioned where it is. You need to build your content and have it very reliable and ready in order to move it on a platform of that caliber. And so I teach you how to do that there. Now, and then last but not least is over 25 traffic methods to really start to flow the power to your program once it's fully automated and ready to handle more buyers. So again, yeah, I'm in a position where I have and created all of this content to help you get that bigger power for that whole solution. The program, Your $1 Million Design, I could literally just teach you the irresistible offer and how to sell that, and that could be the whole program. But what I've done is, of course, add these really meaty modules. And then as a result of adding meaty modules such as income overdrive and evergreen income, because of that, I needed to add this other stuff or it wouldn't be a complete system. And so this was just a choice I made to make this actually the monster that it is, and to give you as much value as I possibly could. All right. Then I recommend you include a day of training with you, all right? I always do this live. In fact, one was supposed to happen this April, which is now, of course, canceled and will be rescheduled. But it's this getting together in a room that allows you to easily get new buyers and get existing buyers more invested in your next steps. So I spend a day of training with you, and if you wish to do more with me, great. You know, I will be making an offer. But if not, you had an amazing day of training, and we have bonded even more deeply. At that point, you will become a great referral partner and start to recommend friends to check out my programs. So this goes to added value. I can also tell you a one-day training, well done, can produce 6 figures for you. All right. So again, that I don't go into that in the scope of this program. I actually have another program that handles that, but you're going to put on a one day and you're going to get sales. Okay. Now, then you present the bonus that if you get it right now, you won't just have 1 year to access the materials like so many of the systems out there do. You will get lifetime access to the materials. This removes any pressure that you have to consume this program rapidly, and it gives you the confidence you will be able to use it all if you have this amount of time. Okay, so what this is for, and again, you will include this in your system, in your offer, and that is it handles an objection that they're starting to build in their minds to, you know, how on earth am I going to go through all of this? And so this will answer that for them and relieve them of that objection. All right. Now, this entire presentation starts to build on them taking action and get the results that you are telling that you can deliver. Okay. This moves then to the second stage, and that is a person moves from the desire to buy, they want to buy, to where now they're interested. And then they are going to ask that golden question, how much? I want you to put in the comment area if you're actually curious as to how much this program would be now, which means my 6 modules, all the bonuses you saw, a day of training with me, lifetime access. Just put in the comment area if you're like, yeah, I'd be curious by now. And I want to put a note here for you as well. Normally, I'm not explaining all the reasons that each of those bonuses is in there, okay? This was a teaching point for you. So normally I'm saying, and you're going to get this bonus, a little bit about what it'll do, and then I'm moving to the next, all right? So the presentation, when this is not done as a teaching point, the presentation is usually, of all those bonuses, about 2 to 3 minutes. But here's what it does. It builds speed and anticipation, and the credit card starts to come out. So when this is done normally, that's where everyone's like, holy mackerel, I get that and this and a day with you. Yes, how much, right? That's the moment we're trying to bring them to at this point, all right? Okay, so then here you go. Now you start to move them to the cost, all right? So the form of the presentation that you've just seen is like a webinar, all right? But here's the thing, everything you saw is something that I will be putting into a one-page offer, just like you're going to. And so as a one-page offer, this will entice your buyer for your first program. And of course, when you announce your founding member price, this will cause them to buy, all right? So you will give them the value. So all of those pieces added up comes to over $14,000. Then you're going to give them the normal price. So in this situation, my normal price, if you go to the website, if you go to yourmilliondollardesign.com right now, it's a $5,000 system, okay? Because I'm going to teach you immediately how to get $3,000. And that is, how do you sell 10 people at a $297 program with the irresistible offer you will be creating, right? And then I teach you how to sell that. So it's pretty easy to start to cost recover. Now, so then you give the normal price, and then you're going to tell them what their special price is if they act now. So in my situation for this program, I'm doing a special price of $19.97. Okay, so you can actually purchase this at yourmilliondollardesign.com and use the promo code GOYMDD, all in capitals. So there's how you will move them. In your situation, when you're making your offer, you're going to be saying a price of $297. All right. Now, now you've announced the price. Those that are ready will already be purchasing, okay? But you will have those that need that one little more push over the edge, and that is where this comes in. This is called a fast action bonus, okay? So now this is the type of thing you'll be saying for anyone who buys within the next 10 minutes and pays in full. You will get a one-on-one strategy session where I will help you craft your 6 modules and name them for you. A 1-hour call with me actually costs $1,500. You can go to my personal website right now and verify that price. And this is yours for free, but you have to get it in the next 10 minutes. Okay, so that's called a fast action bonus. Now, if I presented this at a live event from a stage, and remember, I would actually have a whole different presentation. At this point, I would have revealed the entire formula for how you're going to make $100,000 from this one idea. That's actually I think it's day 4 for us in this 5-day series. So tell me in the comments area, if you were seeing this presentation, would you go and buy, right? If you saw me on stage and I was presenting this and I was like this, and here's all the bonuses, and right now, if you buy in the next 10 minutes, you're going to get a one-on-one call with me, and I'm going to get your modules for you, and I'm going to name them. Excellent. Well, thank you. I love the vote of confidence. I very much appreciate it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Excellent. I'm loving this. Okay, good. So this is what you're going to do, guys. Only you're going to be doing it on paper in the beginning and on webinars later. All right. So got to tell you, this offer is for real. All right. So for anyone who is interested, you can go to that website, put in that promo code, and you will save $3,000. All right. And if you, that's 60%. And so also, if you do it in 10 minutes, I will actually honor the call as well, the 10-minute bonus call. Alrighty, very good. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at, I'm just going to add this, 818-859-7210. I want to tell you too, that giving out your phone number in that is something that you need to be doing. Okay, you need to be open about people being able to reach you, because you're supposed to be in office. Okay, so don't be hiding things like that. That's how you'll get people in the door. And if you need to call the office, you can do that. There's the phone number in the chat area. And we also have a 3-pay option for anyone who doesn't want to take advantage of me coming up with your modules. All right. And again, this is a live example of an irresistible offer. And here's the great news for you, though. Your offer, which will be your first time possibly doing this, will have a build just like that, only you're going to offer it for the first 10 people at a cost of $297. That alone makes it an absolute no-brainer for you, okay? Now, as your program gets built, though, and starts to get proven, and you start to get testimonials. For example, I had one woman make over $28,000 in 60 minutes from just that one piece of paper that you're going to be producing. I had and actually this is a whole video, it's on my site, she's there. I had another woman sell 22 units of her offer, and she had been trying to sell her existing program for 7 years. I had another one with a morbid fear of selling, because she hadn't needed to sell in decades. She was the talent. She would show up, she would do a concert, and in this situation, the one-sheet offer framework was so easy, she just had to send people to the website where it was located, no selling required. So this overcame a big hurdle for her. And another who not only sold her 10 units in 2 days, but she got 2 major corporations that wanted her program. Hers focused on how to get a good night's sleep. So mattress and bed companies approached her, and now she sells her program around the clock for 1,000 euros. Okie doke. So here is the layout look for your one-sheet offer. It is the 6 modules. So in this case, we have Money Without Limits course, knowing where you are, preparing for emergencies and growth, mastering the money mindset, designing the right structure, forecasting and increasing income, and staying financially fit. Okay. Then you have your bonuses. You can see all the bonuses are under here in this situation. Then you have your value, okay, of the actual program. Then you have, then you announce, of course, the regular price. Here's an example of the value. And then you announce your regular price, which in this case she's saying is $19.97. And now she's got the price of the founding member price, which is this $297. Okay. So the goal of this particular program starts with you selling 10 people out of 7 billion, your one-sheet program. Okay, it's only a piece of paper for $297, making you $3,000. Who is liking the idea of selling something from a piece of paper without all the effort of building, etc.? Say me in the comments section if you think this is starting to be fascinating and cool. And the beautiful part is it's proven. Okay. That one woman who sold $28,000 in 60 minutes, she actually sold an additional $20,000 in 2 weeks because she hadn't started the program yet, right? Okay, excellent. Thank you, thank you. Good. Now, this brings us to hidden barrier to success, all right? And that is the piece that a lot of people are going to be thinking, and that is, I don't like to sell it before I build it. Okay, that is actually a barrier to success because you need to sell this before you build it. It's actually a detriment to do it the other way. For many people, it's crucial and it goes against all things you may have been taught. But I can guarantee you this is the way you need to do it for 2 reasons. You can actually spend months of your time creating a masterpiece and then launch it and nobody buys it. If anyone out there already has a program, I want you to put in the comment area, been there, done that. All right, I can tell you, most people that actually come to me have already attempted to do an online program. The fact that you're going to be able to do an online program the right way first is a huge jump start for you. Plus, yeah, it's really good. You will have lost time that you can never get back, and possibly have a program nobody really wants. Again, I have come across clients who spent thousands on content creation. They built a full membership site. They spent months pouring their heart and soul into an online program, only to have nobody buy it. Again, now, if this was you, the good news is it can be recovered with an irresistible offer and the exact selling strategy to kickstart the pilot program. You remember maybe the woman who sold 22 units already, she had the program built. She just didn't have the right offer and structure in place. And if you remember from the very beginning, the picture of that Post-it notes all on that board, that was actually hers. That was her content. And this was part and parcel. She created confusion at the buy. Remember I said simple sells, right? So we reduced that to 6 and put things under those 6 main topics. She was selling way too much and it was overwhelming the prospect. Now, if you can't sell it before it's built, I can safely tell you that you will not be able to sell it after it's built. It's simply a fact. It doesn't give you more urgency to sell. It actually gives you more fear that you must sell because you need to now recover the cost of that. And then the second element gets you over 2 hurdles. The first is many people love to create, but they don't like to sell. All right. The way this is sold isn't like selling, and that will come tomorrow in how to market your course. All right. And the second is you need to prove it's wanted. Perhaps in your head, you have the greatest idea and program, but if nobody buys it, even with an irresistible offer and price, then it's time to look at what you want to create and assess if it's even viable. You definitely want to know if an idea is viable before you run down a path and build it, okay? Again, it's like, you do designs before you build a house. This lets you know that it's going to work. You plan your business and marketing so you can help to predict the income. You follow a recipe, before you bake a cake. Most successful activities have a pilot project phase where it's tested. The people that you are going to invite into your program will be proof that you can scale and grow this idea. So your job is to exceed their transformation. Now, if we take a look at our original status, right, they want to move from a state of effect and hopelessness to being empowered and feel more at cause. But what this particular program will do is when you move through all the phases of it, which of course are detailed in the program, such as adding the evergreen income and income overdrive and and moving this to a six-figure income for you, that then moves you to a freedom lifestyle. And that's actually the unvoiced goal. That's what you really want, to be able to do what you want, where you want, and make the money you want. I created a freedom lifestyle for me and my kids 12 years ago. And together, my three kids and my husband, we actually traveled around the world as I spoke in 39 different countries. So whatever your freedom looks like, this is an answer to it, and it's how I built my business. Again, if you're ready to take your life to the next level, you can go to Your Million Dollar Design and you can enter the promo code GOYMDD. Alrighty, now what do you do next? Besides those who want to join the program, your next exercise sheets should have arrived to you. It's a little larger than normal. Usually I just give you a one sheet to do the exercise, but this is including all the steps to build, and it includes my one sheet as a sample for you. All right, so you can be thinking with that. What you're going to do here, your task isn't to come up with all of this. It's a little too overwhelming, too fast. Obviously, you know, when I'm working with people, we have 2 weeks now to find and source bonus items, to come up with what those are going to be, to come up with these 6 modules, etc. Right? But if you could, the one thing that you can start to think with is, what are your 6 core concepts or steps to something that you would train somebody on? All right. The rest actually starts to flow out from that. That's how you get the value and the connection of all of those bonuses. Okay. And then you just always need to remember to keep in mind the after state that your market wants. Okay. So put in the chat if you enjoyed that. Say yes in the comments if that was helpful to take you through that journey and to really stop and break it down for you, how a offer looks and how it starts to come together. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. I appreciate that. Excellent. Okay, good. So tomorrow, we're going to go over how to market your offer. All right. So again, at the Facebook page, you can use the hashtag #ReachMillions. Post any ahas you had today, any gems you heard that expanded your understanding of what to do next. Yes, it's a lot to process. You're going to be able to watch this again. Okay. It was helpful, but where do you go to do the graphics? So are you asking, where do I get my graphics? If that's your question, it's in-house staff. Okay, so remember, I have a whole company behind me, right? I'm just the face of it. But I can tell you where to get cheap graphics done. I can also, actually in the program, I actually show you how do I make graphics like this one quickly and easily, all right? Because I'm not a graphic artist, but I know where stuff should be, and so I show you how to play with that. For me, I actually do all my personal graphic building, which means I don't have time to wait for my staff. So this graphic right here is something I can easily build. I just have my staff do it because I was busy creating these presentations, right? And so they were busy doing this, but I create my stuff in Keynote. What you see me presenting in, I actually have a lesson where I show people exactly how I create all my personal graphics just to get them out quickly, and it's really simple. People do use products too, like Canva and Trello and things of that nature. I don't even do that. Okay, so there we go. So tomorrow we're going to head to our next thing. How do you market your offer? And again, that's really all for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as you learn how to sell without selling. Okay. Until then, have a great rest of your day and use this time to focus on what you can do to take your business to the next level. Forget the laundry, forget the tidy, really start to hone in on the idea of how to make all of this come together and work for you. All right. It is not, I can tell you from someone who has tons of experience in every economic climate, this is not a time for you to hunker down and go into survival and wait mode. I want you to use this time to go big or go home. This is an opportunity in the making. The climate out there, the majority of people are going to collapse. They're going to hunker down, they're going to shrink, they're going to save, they're going to stop marketing. Stopping marketing during this time and stop moving out during this time is a lethal error. All right. It is what's going to cause people, if they have to wait out 2 weeks or 2 months for this to move forward or move away, that could cause them to literally not be able to survive at all. If you reverse the mentality of what most are doing right now, which is to go big or go home, this is how you're going to come to the top and be heard above the noise in this economic climate. I want to thank you again for playing all out today, and I look forward to helping you create an online program guaranteed to sell. I'll see you tomorrow.